Hi, I just had the urge to come on, and some people who know me well already know why Fanboy Planet has been so quiet for so many weeks. And it's a combination of things. Well, okay, one big thing. I have spent the last 2 months off and on caring for my mother in her final days with cancer. And last Friday evening, that would be October 2nd, she went to sleep and never woke up. And so I have been dealing with that, with working with my brother. As you can see, I'm broadcasting from an unfamiliar environment, and that is somebody else's house as we work to clean it up and get things out. And it has not left a lot of time, or really, I should say, more focus for following nerd stuff. I'm woefully behind, and occasionally at the end of the day, I pick up things, and they're exciting things to talk about. With HBO Max and the Green Lantern series just confirmed, it had already been rumored, announced, and I've heard through being friends with Derek Mears over on Facebook that Swamp Thing is doing really well on the CW. I don't know if that's going to mean a second season, but I'd be very excited for that. And I apologize. I wanted to focus on that and I mean to gloss over what else is going on. I have read a comic book in 2 or 3 weeks, and I just felt I owed people an explanation for why the silence has been. There's been also some coding issues. The site updated. We had that hiccup, and suddenly the podcast didn't work on the site, and then an update came, and that was fixed. And then suddenly something happened with the AWS service that the podcast was no longer responding because it wasn't secure. So I've just had no moment to have the energy to focus on solving that problem, which means that there's kind of a lost podcast. We did a video pod recording, and that went up on the website, and then Rick discovered this strange thing with Amazon, and we've just had no, I've had no moment to focus on solving that problem if there is a solution. And it all began by trying to make it secure. So all the steps that I was taking to make Fanboy Planet a little more findable seems to have taken a couple of steps back, and then life, as everybody is suffering from 2020, right? Also kind of knocked me out for a while. I will be back. I will be writing again, hopefully by Halloween. So please, if you have been a long time follower of Fanboy Planet or have stumbled across it and enjoy it, uh, please continue to do so and stick with me. I will be back, and I just can't say that it's going to be within the next couple of weeks. So thank you all, especially if you are someone who knows me and has have reached out to me privately because you were aware of what happened. Uh, yeah, it's hard, and this is the house I grew up in, and having to clean up a life is really interesting, and clean up all of my books that had stayed here. And one thing I would say after going through my mother's stuff is that if you have a few books you started and didn't finish because you accidentally put them down and forgot about them, seek them out and finish them up, because I have found so many books with bookmarks in them and notes that she was going to go back to them and she never did. Um, some interesting ones. I'm not going to lie. My mom was not a sci-fi fan. She was not a fantasy fan. She didn't get it. Uh, she liked historical fiction. Our tastes occasionally crossed over there. Um, but regardless, she didn't understand what I do, but she respected that. Those of you who are watching right now, or may watch later, or just read the site or listen to the podcast when you could, uh, she appreciated that you guys did that. Fanboys, fan women, ladies and gentlemen, fan droids. I got to come up with a better, all inclusive word for that, but I'm kind of stuck with the branding. You can. I'm trying to point in the right direction. There we go. There's the little bug. Um, So thank you, and I'll be back as soon as I can put myself back together. So uh, in the meantime, because Lord knows right now in this world we need it, use your powers for good. Okay. Thanks.